What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Lunar Classic, as usual, going to give you your daily update. There is an interesting proposal once again being put up on Terra Station. If you didn't have enough, well, there is one more to take a look at it, and this one is very interesting. I think it needs a little bit of adaptation. I'm going to break down exactly what it's all about, as well as a $500 million market capitalization. What does it mean for the price, and where is Lunar Classic going? So if you are bullish still on Terra Lunar Classic, be sure to subscribe to the channel, smash a like and a comment down below why you think Lunar Classic will make it. And with that being said, let's get into the market right now and see what's going on. So we have had a bit of a pullback. 0.7% is currently where the market sits, with a $31 billion volume. So down about 20% on the day. So the total market did pull back. Now we are seeing slight signs of recovery as we head into those FOMC minutes from that previous statement from Jerome Powell. So we'll see what the market does. But you see there, Bitcoin down just under 1% for the day. Solana having a good run, as well as a couple of other coins holding their own. Now, when we move down a little bit further, Terra Lunar Classic sits in the top end of the 60s. The 70s. 79th highest ranked cryptocurrency, 8677 is the price, is slightly ahead of Binance, slightly ahead of Bitcoin and Ethereum, just marginally down. Volume is up a little bit, $31.1 million. Now, what are we going to break down in this video? Well, we have a new proposal from the L1 task force team, and it has got a little bit of heat, this one. So proposal 11602 is up for vote. The proposal would see the implementation of a bug bounty reward system implemented in Q3, which would incentivize end users and developers to report/fix any bugs found. Now, the reason this has caught a lot of attention and I guess a lot of heat is this was developed by another individual. Matt Market, I believe, had the idea originally, and this has kind of been adapted and then built out by the L1 team. Here's the problem I have with it. This was never in the scope of works for the L1 team. This was never part of what they were going to do. This is fundamentally just something else they have attached onto it. My view, we have paid for 3 months development work on the things that we bought into. So I think you've got to stick to what it is. It's no good building out further proposals, further elements to the chain, albeit I do think it's a good idea, until we have fundamentally delivered on what the community has paid for. Remember, it's a big investment right now in terms of what we've taken out from the community wallet. We'll take a look at that in just a minute. But what is the proposal like? Well, we'll take a look at the proposal right after this word from today's sponsor. Here we are back on CryptoDrop.net, taking a look at some of their cases. We're going to take a spin with the BTC versus ETH case, $59 a case with just Bitcoin and Ethereum, but a potential $30,000 could be returned on this case. How do we get on? Looks like a $66 Bitcoin and a $74 Ethereum case. So we can take our winnings, we could try once again, or we can move that. So we'll try again. We'll open one more of these Binance cases. You can see there's Shiba Inu, Terra Lunar Classic, Luna, as well as Bitcoin at BNB, Dogecoin, and all of your favorite cryptocurrencies. So BNB coming in there at $12.28. Again, we can sell this, we can take our winnings, or we can try again with a number of cases. My favorite, the Bitcoin pizza case, it's $5 a case. We'll open two of these, see how we get on. You see Matic, Litecoin, a number of our favorite cryptocurrencies I think have some pretty big potentials this year. We're going to get some USDT and some Bitcoin, so a nice little return on that case. And again, CryptoDrop.net, your favorite case opening site with all of your favorite cryptocurrencies in which you can try and win. You can see there that we can withdraw any of our cryptocurrencies to any of your decentralized wallets that you have just by typing in there, and you can remove it with a cheap fee, all of which can be removed from the website CryptoDrop.net. All of your favorite cryptocurrencies can be taken out. And as ever, if you want to check out CryptoDrop.net, the link is in the description down below. Head on over and see what it's all about. Thank you to CryptoDrop.net for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to the action. So here we go. Here's the official Lunk Classic Bug Bounty Incentive Program. We'll take a look at the full article in just a second. But ultimately, what is it all about? Well, it's identification and reporting of security vulnerabilities, enhance the overall security and resilience of the network, the overall fostering collaboration between security research and Lunar Classic, and reward individuals who find L1 or L2 bugs, station applications, Rebel stations, station wallet, whatever it is, and ultimately then disclose it and get it verified. Reward developers that develop a patch for security vulnerability that is reviewed and approved by the L1 team or L2 team for station. Now, here is the full article that does come down about it. Here is the kind of slight problem with it, though, is that ultimately we are really going to reward people for finding bugs, which we shouldn't particularly have. This is the point of having a decentralized blockchain. And I guess the point of having a team that's building out on it is we shouldn't particularly have any problems with it, or that certainly shouldn't be any big ones. You can see there, look, the types of vulnerabilities that we could get: smart contract vulnerabilities, station or web application vulnerabilities, network levels, and advertiseries published on Cosmos SDK. What do the rewards look like for those of you out there that are thinking about it? Well, look, if you get a confirmed station bug, you get 150k lunk. Confirmed station bug with patch would be 1 million lunk. Confirmed L1, 300,000, 30,000 for security vulnerability, 1 million lunk on a security vulnerability on station. A day 0 critical security vulnerability, patch developed, tested and approved, 20 million lunk would be the benefits from it. Now, here's the question I hear you all asking: where does it come from? Well, guess what? It comes out of the community pool, as you would expect. It is a proposal fundamentally, and what would happen is this would be passed in, and that community pool once again would be getting smashed to pieces. So again, we do have to be mindful about these proposals. I'm not saying that it's not a bad idea. I do think it's a good idea fundamentally. We have to be mindful that everything just can't be paid for willy-nilly out of a community pool, because ultimately, don't forget, we've 4 months until potentially we are going to be re-voting on the L1 team. We're going to be re-voting on that USTC quant team. And all of a sudden, if we get lower volume, where does the money come to pay for? I think that's always important to remember. But more importantly is, where do we see that price going? Remember, the two things I talk about, burn rate and price, are incredibly important right now for Terra Luna Classic, and fundamentally should be at the forefront of what the L1 team and anyone else that is building on our network. Now, we do know Binance did execute their 11th token burn for Terra Luna Classic and have already scheduled in the 12th burn. So we do know we continue to get support from Binance, which is a good thing. That's a fantastic thing to have in our back pocket, because we do know that fundamentally they are throwing money at this, and the bigger the volume, the bigger the gain. We almost want low price and big volume, because that burns a significant amount of Terra Luna Classic. So what does it look like in terms of a price? Well, look, the current price of Terra Luna Classic sitting at that 4087 with a trading volume about 31.6 million. Where does it look like it could go? Well, taking a closer look, technical aspects of lunk currently trading around that 87 level, failing to surpass the 409. Presently in the forming neutral candles, indicating consolidation phase within a trading range of that 4085, lower end 4090. And again, we can take a look at the more technical range on here. So we are just seeing this level of consolidation sideways. We can almost put this into a trading box, because we're not seeing anything significantly break out from where we have been. And you can literally pin it on this, where we see this kind of trading volume within these two narratives. So probably bottom end 8.6 like we talked around, the top end trading around that 8.7s, being very tight. Yes, we've seen some breakouts. We saw the sell of some of these proposals go through and then that build back in. So very, very tight. And we actually have traded about this now for the longest time for Terra Luna Classic. So we are expecting a potential break to the upside. We could obviously get that going the other way. The development and the build out of these teams, I want to start to see this really come to fruition, really start to build out and actually get something that people can see. This is about marketing a fantastic chain with now what will be brilliant utility built hopefully by fantastic developers. But let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? Are you still bullish on Luna Classic? And as ever, I'll see you all in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.